Can you kind of start off by telling us who you are and what's your intended major here at Purdue University?
I'm a freshman. I'm exploratory right now, but I plan on going into civil engineering with a focus in architecture and then minoring in environmental science.
My name is Gideon Fitzharris. I'm a senior year here at Purdue, and I study mechanical engineering.
I'm Ben. Right now my major is chemistry and I'm on the pre-med track.
My name's Amaya Jackson. I'm currently a freshman here at Purdue. My major currently is veterinary medicine. Hopefully that stays for all 4 years.
I'm a year 5 senior. We're pursuing a degree in cybersecurity that's in the CIT field path.
My name is Julia Mallett. I am a junior here at Purdue and I'm a double major in English literature and the classics. I'm from South Jersey. I didn't really know much about Indiana before coming here, but so far I've really enjoyed it.
My name is Ajinkya, shortly known as AJ. So I'm here for my master's in mechanical engineering, and I'll be specializing in robotics.
I'm Blair and my intended major is pharmacy, and I'm going for the 6-year PharmD program, and I'm a first year.
I'm Eric. I'm a 5th year in mechanical engineering, hopefully finishing up by the end of summer. And that's pretty much it.
Alright, so I'm a sophomore at Purdue and I'm majoring in computer engineering and I'm pursuing a certificate in data science.
My name is Mark. I am a freshman and I'm in automation and systems integration engineering technology.
Well, I'm Nicole and I am a freshman and my major is chemistry.
My name is Nabi and I'm from Azerbaijan, and I'm majoring in computer science and it's my 2nd year. But it's my first time here since during my 1st year I was fully online and I was in my country. So it's a new experience for me at the Purdue University.
My name is Taylor and I'm a freshman here at Purdue. And I'm majoring in animal science with a concentration in pre-vet.
Hi, I'm Anthony Blinko. I'm a freshman. I'm looking to do probably mechanical or chemical engineering, if not environmental science.
I'm Anaya. I'm from Indianapolis, Indiana. My intended major is pre-pharmacy.
And what year are you?
I'm a freshman.
A freshman.
Yeah.
One of the first questions that we kind of have, right? So, what was your vision like of Purdue University campus previously to attending here in the university, whether that was from what someone told you, what you kind of explored with the recruitment, and then how has that changed or improved since you've been here on campus? What have you really noticed similarities and differences?
That's a good question. So obviously, like when I'm taking tours and stuff when I was visiting school, all schools tell you it's like a very collaborative environment and everyone gets help and professors are always open. And for the most part about Purdue that is true, but your 1st year and 2nd year, it's hard to see that, I think. And it's hard to realize that professors are just people, because it's your first college experience, you're scared of them, you're not sure who to talk to, what friends to go to for help. So I think over the years, I originally thought that it was a lot harder to reach out and be collaborative with people, but now as a senior, I can see it's really easy and everyone's looking for that. It takes a little bit of time to do that, and you have to build up that confidence and that strength in order to reach out to people for help.
So I never really visited campus. I was admitted during COVID season, so I never visited campus. I came here first time, probably 2 days before class started, and I had no idea what to expect. Classes, they were hard. I've heard that classes are gonna be hard, and they were hard. Purdue Math definitely hit the spot. It lives up to its reputation that it's hard. So, but if you're on top of all your work, you can be on top of all your classes. Just make sure that when you party, this Friday night to Sunday night is when the party night is, and then after that you gotta work. So you gotta manage your time properly.
I didn't really know a lot about Purdue before coming here. Like I said, I'm from South Jersey, and I had only visited school once before accepting and twice before moving out here. And the first time I'd ever been here, it was dreary in November, very gray, and I had no sense of, where I was on campus or what things were like. So it was kind of a relief coming and visiting in the summer for orientation and realizing, oh, it's actually beautiful, and it's huge, it's really big, it's really walkable. So it was kind of a relief to find that out, and that, it is a really good setting here, even though it's still Indiana, the winters get long. But so that was really nice. I can still remember first coming out here and having no sense of where I was, not knowing, you know, what direction I was walking into or kind of anything, having to have my phone out at all times. But after like a week or so, you know, figuring out where you are on campus, it makes a really big difference.
I'm from Indianapolis, so I've known about Purdue my entire life, and I knew that it was a predominantly white institution, but I always thought that there would be more people that looked like me here. I went to the BCC the other day, the Black Cultural Center, and they told me that there are roughly 45,000 people on campus, and out of those 45,000 people, there are 900 black students in total, and out of those 900, there are 300 black freshmen, and it just felt kind of isolating. But I have noticed that I have been seeing a lot of black students on campus just because of where I live and where I walk and everything, I think.
No, I mean, it's about what they advertise, you know? They don't talk about them being like, oh, we're like a small school, we'll pay a lot of attention to you or anything like that. They advertise themselves as like the Big Ten, big college experience, you know? And that's what you get. You get really big football games, you get really big lecture hall classes, and you get, you know, a whole lot of Greek life. And then you get to make of it what you will, you know? And definitely they don't go outright and say like, oh, we have like a lot of students who like switch majors and stuff because they'll get like kicked out or something like that. But that is the reality. You know, a lot of people will start in a specific major and end up moving to another one, like codoing at some point in their career here. Or maybe I'm just friends with stupid kids. And that's most of the people I know, so.
I think it's been pretty much what I expected. It's a lot more freedom, and I can pretty much do whatever I want, and you can walk up to people and meet new people, which is like, I think it's really easy to meet people, which is not what I thought it would be like before arriving.
Moving forward here, what are some programs or resources that you can kind of lean on when you feel any stress, anxiety? I know being here for the first time could be, you know, overwhelming. What resources or programs have you been directed to, and if you've consumed or used any since you've been here, what are they?
I've been directed to the supplemental instruction, push, stuff like that. I haven't done any of that. I've sort of found my own way, done my own little path of like finding what works for me. I just came from a professional fraternity for chemistry called Alpha Chi Sigma. All those leadership people are great, definitely a resource to draw on. And then I also am a part of the Purdue Contemporary Dance Company, and that always helps me with like stress, anxiety, like if I'm ever worried or kind of just stressing about a class, a homework assignment, whatever it is, like it just relaxes me to be able to just go and do that. It's really, really nice.
Okay, so in the orientation they shared some organizations on the campus which helped us with dealing with stress and anxiety. So one of them was the PUSH, that is the Purdue University Student Health Center, and I have been to multiple student gatherings, like there was this international friendship program which brought together the students from various cultures, and that was a fun way to hang out with different people. And then I was also a part of many events which took place as a part of the orientation week. So there were ice cream parties and dinners and stuff. So they were organized by the fraternity houses at Purdue, the Beta Chi, I guess. I don't know the names, but yeah, they were organized by them, and yeah, it's quite a wholesome experience. So I couldn't feel any kind of stress or anxiety apart from the fact that my house, the current house which I'm living at, is a bit far, so that takes a bit of effort. Yeah, that's it.
There is a program called CARE. It has to do with like sexual assault and stuff like that, just advocating for women. And then on top of that, literally in every single class syllabus, there is a section headed for mental health. So if you ever feel like you're getting overstressed or overwhelmed in a class, there's literally all these resources, and there's a building that you can go to. I can't think of it on the top of my head, but there's a building you can go to. There's all types of counselors there that you can talk to.
In regards to mental health, I have not currently used any of the resources available. I know a personal friend of mine who is using the free therapy that is offered here, and that's been really very beneficial for them. I'm also planning to apply for their insurance opportunities, just because while I am unemployed, I don't have the insurance I was currently with anymore, and that's really good, and they make sure that they have an affordable plan for students, so that was something that I was really happy about.
The biggest one I've made use of is office hours, just getting to know my professors and airing my concerns to them. At least over in CIT, a lot of professors will take time to make sure that everything's going well for students. A couple in particular will step in to make sure that things are going well, but they really won't be able to engage unless you go out and seek out their help first. Another one's just been student orgs in general. Just if I'm feeling anxious, I can go out to, say, the Boyer League of Tag and do some Nerf games or others and have some fun like that.
Sure, yeah. Well, in this last year or two, they definitely started putting that in the syllabus. You know, if you have, certain anxieties or stresses, that always takes priority and stuff like that. But my freshman, sophomore year, when everything was pretty normal, before COVID had hit and all that, they definitely that wasn't a super emphasized part of anything. I went to a couple departmental meetings and stuff like that because I'm in mechanical engineering here, and I asked them okay, so you guys know that a lot of students struggle in these 200 level classes, the ones that the sophomores are taking, for example, and you know that there's a rocky transition, I guess, for most students into the major. Do you guys do anything specifically to support that? And it's not technically their responsibility to, so it's not their fault necessarily for not doing it, but there wasn't, a very solid, definite answer to all that. Pause for the cart. Yeah, and that's not, against the ME program or anything like that. It's Purdue. You have to struggle to succeed and stuff like that. But that being said, the Purdue, we have some department called CAPS or something like that. I've never even tried to go through it. I got diagnosed with ADHD over this past summer. And that diagnosis has definitely helped me, succeed in my studies and stuff like that. But it was never even a consideration trying to go through the school's psychology department or whatever, just because it's known to be a clusterfuck and really hard to get an appointment. You want a psychologist, you gotta wait 3 months, to get one appointment. It's not super practical, I guess. Yeah.
And last question here. Do you feel safe in your skin here on campus? Do you feel safe and welcomed here on campus?
For the most part, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just be vibing though, with jazz.
I definitely feel like I can express myself either with my clothing or my music much better here than I could at home, and I don't feel judged for doing so nearly as much.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, my dad was kind of worried about it because I'd be I'm brown, I'm coming all the way to a white state technically, so he was kind of worried about it, but I mean, it doesn't matter. Everybody's nice here, so it's fine.
Most definitely, because people here are really friendly and they are really welcoming. And when I first came here, they really helped me to settle down and to bring my packages to my room. So yeah, most definitely, yeah, I will agree with that.
Yeah, I'd say so, but at the same time, I'm not necessarily a marginalized group. People who are in groups that aren't as, I guess, privileged as me, they do end up getting weird looks. If you're LGBTQ or transgender or something like that, you'll get weird looks and stuff like that walking into class. Oh, who's this? Can't believe sitting next to me. And that's, I'm sensitized to that because I grew up in California. It's very important, I guess, at least at the high school I was at. It made a big deal about making sure they felt included and trying to empathize with them and stuff like that. And that's, that's not taught in any class here. If you grow up your entire life not dealing with any of that, not knowing how to handle that kind of stuff, maybe it's not your fault that you think it's oh wow, look at that, that's so weird. Some a bisexual person is sitting next to me or something, but it's definitely not the best for them, you can feel when people are looking at you, Yeah, so I've always felt comfortable, but I'd recognize that people at Purdue might not always feel as welcome and stuff like that. And that said, there's very good programs and like alliances and organizations on campus. Yeah, there's like large professional, the National Society of like Black Engineers and stuff like that. They're all like super active, and Purdue does try to make an effort to, you know, promote those organizations and include them in like BGR. All the freshmen like pretty much go to BGR, Boiler Gold Rush, and part of it's like taking a tour of campus. And if you do the full tour of campus, you end up going to a lot of those cultural centers, and you visit, you know, the LGBTQ center, and they have free condoms for you there. You know, save an extra $20 every year, man. But if you don't go to that and you don't, you know, end up seeing all of campus, it's easy to go through all 4 years at Purdue just not even noticing that they're there. So, no.
I do feel safe. I feel welcome just because I've been to the Black Cultural Center and everything, and I do know that there are a lot of minority students here, but at times I do feel a bit, I wouldn't say not welcome, just not relating to people around me in simple conversation.
I come from a small town, and like this town is about a little smaller than this campus, and you have to like kind of fit in towards that small town area, so I can actually be myself here.